Hi everyone, it's Chris here from OPMC, and I'm super excited to tell you today about a major upgrade to the WooCommerce anti-fraud plugin by OPMC. We have been working hard behind the scenes to make this a much better product. We have more releases in the pipeline. Today, version 5.9, we're releasing some major improvements around the area of velocity attacks. So velocity attacks, or otherwise known as card attacks, is when your site gets attacked by 1,000 or hundreds of credit card payment attempts and order attempts, and they flood your site and cause a whole bunch of inconvenience and cost and pain to you, the merchant. And so we've taken on board a lot of feedback from customers, and we have majorly upgraded this functionality. So I'm just going to quickly run through what we've done so you can start using it on your store today. So you'll see here it says please configure the card attack settings, and you can click on that link there, or you can click on the new section card attacks from the top. And you'll see here immediately that there are some green bars, and this is the card velocity attack settings page. So we want to make it as simple as possible for people to protect themselves against velocity attacks and be able to do it very quickly without having to learn a whole bunch of settings and configuration before they do it. So you'll see that this site has active protection. The first setting here is enable checkout protection, okay? And this is based around the reCaptcha tools. reCaptcha is a tool from Google which allows you to make it harder for fraudsters to do stuff on your website, and we've used it in our plugin. So you'll see here it gives some instructions, and you choose V2 or V3, and once all of this is set up, you'll have this functionality activated. So if we go into the reCaptcha settings tab, this is also changed, and we've made it a lot clearer to understand. So here you can see reCaptcha is enabled. Now, just a reminder that you do need to go and register for reCaptcha. We highly recommend that customers choose V2 or version 2 reCaptcha and don't use version 3. We've done extensive testing, and we've found that version 2 is far more effective at preventing fraud than version 3, okay? So we recommend to our customers that you use that. You'll see here that you've got your options to select V2 or V3, and then you select the site key and secret key that you get from Google. Now, in saving those changes, we will activate the functionality. The next setting down here is order attempts. This was an existing functionality, but we've brought it to the fore for new customers and people trying to urgently protect their site. So there's a couple of settings that you want to definitely enable. The first one is how many order attempts. So here it's selected the number of orders in a 24-hour period. And this is not the number of orders, but the number of order attempts by a particular customer. So I would recommend that we keep that down. So a customer should only be able to make 5 order attempts in an hour, but you can actually set this much lower if you're finding that there's big issues on your site. The other option, which is a new functionality which we've added, which is really important to enable, is the max payment attempts per order. So in enabling that, what we can do is set how many times the person can attempt a payment on a single order. It is generally unlikely that a customer will have to try more than a couple of times to process their payment. Here I've set it to 2, but depending on customer feedback, you might want to set it to 3. But if we set it to 1, then we severely limit the opportunities for fraudsters, and that would be what we would be recommending. An additional key option here is limiting the number of orders between time. So you can select a start time. For example, we could set 11 p.m. when we're not expecting, if we're only accepting local orders. We're not expecting anything much between say 11 and 6 a.m. and we never get more than 5 orders in that time because all our customers are local. But you don't have to enable this, it's optional. But we'd highly recommend the max payment attempts per order as a really important one to ensure that you have enabled from now. We then save those changes and we can now be much better protected at the checkout. We look forward to hearing from you with your feedback about the new functionality, the new tech which is behind this. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to our team. Cheers.